Namaskar. Good morning to all of my listeners. Today I will discuss about the weaponization of the Strait of Hormuz by the Iran. In the recent war, Iran has weaponized the Strait of Hormuz. But first of all, what is the Strait of Hormuz? Strait of Hormuz is a narrow waterway between the Iran and one side, on the other side UAE and Oman. This waterway is the choke point. This waterway is the choke point for the world trade. This Strait of Hormuz connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman or Arabian Sea. So, in this waterway, the world's 20% oil and natural gas trade happens. The ship carrying the oil, crude oil, and natural gas moves in this Strait of Hormuz because the Gulf nations are oil producing countries. This weaponization of Strait of Hormuz by Iran puts the global economy into a very bad state because they are facing difficulties. It does not punish the USA. USA has a surplus oil production it consumes and supplies to other countries. Besides that, USA has controlled the Venezuela, by which it has a very large oil production. But it affects the European countries except Russia and India, China, Japan, and other countries. So, this restriction and laying of mines in the Strait of Hormuz violates the UNO Convention. Though UN Convention has been signed by the Iran, but it has not been ratified by Iran in its parliament. So this restriction on Strait of Hormuz puts the global economy into a difficult time. This should be avoided by the Iran. Though Iran has successfully challenged the USA hegemony over the world because USA is the only superpower, its hegemony is reflected in the world. Recently, it has lifted the Venezuela president and captured the Venezuela. But this restriction does not affect the USA. It affects the countries like India and other countries. When oil prices increases, India is affected very seriously because oil trade happens in the dollar. So we will have to give more dollar to purchase the oil, by which our economy is affected, our stock market is affected. If the Iran will restrict the international waterway Hormuz, then there are other international waterways such as Panama Canal, Suez Canal, Bab el Mandi, and Malacca Strait, which will be restricted by other countries. This will put the global economy into a very bad shape. I think Iran's challenge is very challenge to USA is supported by all the countries, but Iran's restriction of Strait of Hormuz is not supported by all the countries because they are affected very badly. So this should be avoided by the Iran. Otherwise, it will lose the global support in its war against the US. Thank you.